Hello, this is Taha.
This is Anaina,
This is Movie Masala.
and we're here to yap at you about films we watched recently.
And today we're doing The Naked Gun.
I haven't had the heart to clean since she died.
My condolences. How did she pass?
Great, 50 hours easy. Arm, like in Canada. And then she died. She was the sweetest woman I've ever known.
She sounds like a saint.
Or maybe a Bronco or a 49er. We would have been happy with any team, really. Anyone but the Browns.
I'm sorry.
I was cautiously excited for this because I love a good spoof film, right? Like Airplane or the original Naked Gun. Things like that are genuinely so fun to watch. And I love how goofy and dumb and fun they can be. And the reason I was optimistic for this film because I was like, I think Liam Neeson is a brilliant casting decision in this role to replace like Leslie Nielsen, very similarly named. I might get them wrong later in this podcast. Leslie Nielsen from the original Naked Gun film.
I think that was kind of the point, I'm not gonna lie. This is a spoof film that's spoofing a film, Leslie Nielsen and Liam Neeson. I think that was a purposeful choice.
Yeah, probably. And again, it's also because it makes so much sense. Firstly, I do think Liam Neeson has such a good deadpan delivery and timing. But also, both Liam Neeson and Leslie Nielsen have the similar background. Like, Leslie Nielsen also started out as a dramatic actor, not as a comedic actor, but was one of the very few people who was able to make that transition so well. Because you can see multiple comedians doing serious roles, but it's so much rare to see dramatic actors do comedic roles really well. So, anyways, this film basically is kind of like a quasi sequel reboot to the original Naked Gun series, which were also based on like a TV series. It's a reboot of a trilogy based on a TV series, original things.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I could tell you about the plot, but the plot wholly does not matter. The plot matters so little that the film literally opens with one of the villains getting a plot device. And when I say plot device, I'm not describing this thing. I'm telling you what is written on the device itself. The device itself is called plot device. And I think that's a brilliant gag.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the tone for the whole film, so I see it.
Yeah, it does set the tone for the whole film so well. And I think so much of the credit for this film, in my opinion, also just goes to Akiva Schaffer, who most people probably know from The Lonely Island. But honestly, who's done really brilliant spoof and comedic films. He's done Popstar Never Stop Stopping with like Andy Samberg and Jorma Tacone, also from The Lonely Island. Andy Samberg's probably the most famous one people now know. He's also done, in my opinion, criminally underrated Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, which is, it's kind of like a spoof on Disney made by Disney, very much so.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I respect that.
And it's the same writing team that was on Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers with Dan Greger and Doug Mann and Akiva Schaffer writing this film.
Right.
And I think this film, Naina, is wall to wall packed with jokes. Like, I think it's like a joke every 30 seconds, especially in the first half.
Okay.
Like some jokes, it'll stop for a bit because someone's reacting to them.
Sure.
But some of those jokes will just come and go. And like either you digested it and laughed at it, but if you didn't, we've moved on. And that's very important in a film like this because, again, comedy is very subjective, right?
Yeah.
No comedic film is going to appeal to every single person. But what this film firstly is really good at is its hit rate. I feel like at least 80% of these jokes land, if not higher. In my opinion, I think like 90% of the jokes land for me. And secondly, even if a joke doesn't land, the next minute you're going to get a new joke. So if you didn't laugh, you just wait 60 seconds, you will laugh again.
Yeah, basically they're bombarding you with jokes. In not a bad way, but in like this is what it feels like to sit through a film that is just meant to be funny.
Exactly. And it mimics those spoof films from earlier, those brilliant spoof films from earlier, right? Because like if you watch Airplane ever, you watch something like Monty Python even, it does the same thing. And it's also not a single type of joke. It's every type of joke. It is jokes which are dumb and like even childish to like Leslie Nielsen needing to go to the bathroom and having his body cam out and not being able to find any bathroom and then like just randomly shooting places to find a
Mm.
bathroom. Things that I found very funny. It still become funny to those stupid jokes of like, can I speak frankly? No, I'd rather prefer you speak in English. To even like jokes which might be smarter and like also joking on like actual police racism and stuff like that, where Frank Drebin Jr., who's played
Mm.
by Liam Neeson, one of the bartender goes like, you shot my brother. I don't even know how many people that is. You shot him in the back. That could still be thousands. He was unarmed. Hundreds. He was a white man. Oh, that was your brother. it's, it's it's stuff like that. It's just like, oh, it's not also shying away from actual like more real life commentary, right?
No, I mean, I saw the trailer for it, and I was in the cinema when I saw the trailer for it. And I think people were laughing out loud, but it was like such a different tone to all of the other trailers we were watching, which were mainly like horror film trailers and, you know, like action film trailers. And then you just have this, and you're like, okay, you know what? I might actually go see this because this is make me feel much better about the rest of those films.
I genuinely do think people should see this because comedic films, pure comedy films, are such a dying breed to see in like cinema specifically, right? And honestly, trust me, seeing a comedy film in a cinema with a crowd is such a fun experience. Watching a comedy movie with other people is just inherently better. Trust me, there's a reason people laugh more actually when they attend like stand-up shows rather than watch them at home.
No, I mean, that's fair. And I think it just makes it inherently funnier when other people find something funny.
Yeah. Also, it validates your own stupid sense of humor, I believe.
Exactly. So, like, I agree. Yeah, I feel like you're right. We do need more, like, just comedy films in cinemas for, like, everyone to watch so that, you know, everyone can have one of those laughter therapy sessions.
Also, like, I wanted to mention also, like, Pamela Anderson, who I also think does
Oh.
a brilliant job in this film as, like, lead love interest. She's able to match Liam Neeson so well in, like, the stupidity. And both Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson's characters are, like, taking everything seriously. They are the jesters who don't know they're performing in a way, right? And on the other hand, you have Paul Walter Hauser's character, who's Captain Ed Hawken Jr. If you watch the original films, you know who these characters. They're basically the son of every character in the original. That's kind of the running joke. There are multiple running jokes. There's a coffee running joke, which I've laughed at every single time. Right? Paul Walter Hauser's fun. I wish he had more to do, honestly. I think it could have been fun. And Danny Houston, who you probably know as the villain in like so many movies. He's the villain in X-Men Origins Wolverine. He's one of the villains in Robin Hood. He's a villain in so many films, and I think that makes him also perfect casting for this film.
Yeah.
And I love what he does basically is he doesn't realize he's in a comedy film, it always feels. So it always feels like he has no idea what the fuck is. Like he is just always reacting to the stupidest people. And I think that makes it also so much more fun.
Fair.
Yeah, it also has like really fun random cameos from people like Weird Al Yankovic and Dave Bautista, all of which like add to the absurdity of this film.
Yeah.
I do feel, although, that the last third, the final act of this film is just not as strong as the first two. It's not bad. It's just the first half of this film specifically just sets such an incredible pace and like of jokes, and just the hit rate is so good that I think the last half is just not able to keep up with it as well.
Mm-hmm.
But truly does not detract from how much you enjoy the film.
Yeah. Fair.
So yeah, honestly, like I would definitely recommend this film to people. It is wall to wall packed with jokes, so much so. Like you have a joke in, like I mentioned, the first like 30 seconds of the film, and you have a joke till the ending credits. Also, you should stay past the credits. Trust me, just reading the credits of this film is also funny. And honestly, I don't remember the last time a film made me like genuinely read all of the credits just trying to find wherever the jokes are hidden. Like I was actively like reading through the credits, scanning them, being like, there could be a joke somewhere. And honestly, best way to make me anyone stick to the credits. So yeah, like I'm so happy that this film is good, and I want more films from Akiva Schaffer, and I want films like this to do well.
Yeah.
So yeah, those were our thoughts. Thank you for tuning in. This podcast is produced solely by us with musical assets from Pixabay. See you again next time.
Bye bye.